Some Nigerian military officers under the platform of Concerned Patriotic Military Officers have threatened to force a radical revolution to save Nigeria if the monumental corruption in the military is not checked forthwith. The group, which gave the warning in a letter to the presidency, service chiefs and Senate on Sunday, called for the probe of service chiefs and the former ones, irrespective of their political affiliation, because according to them, they are the ones failing this country. They accuse service chiefs, former and current, of buying refurbished equipment as new. Only soldiers and officers who serve in good places pay their ways to good places and foreign missions. The remaining just continue to fight war or serve in the remote area. Some are ghosts. They are too precious to even serve in places that have bad weather. Too bad for this country, the group said. The group advised the president-elect Tinubu to be careful so that the country would not be buried under him. According to them, there are killings across the country because some military men are colluding with criminals and only after their pockets and the interests of their godfathers and godsons. The military promoting grave injustice and unprofessionalism to destroy Nigeria. The concerned officers warn that even politicians will not be safe when the looming calamity is upon the country. They vow that if this evil continues, we will force a radical revolution to save Nigeria. As you read this, or as you read it, just wait for tips on how to make your attacks more potent. Stop killing innocent Nigerians. The military officer said they were concerned to hear that the former chief of army staff, Lieutenant General Buratai, retired, was looking for an appointment in Tinubu's administration after he crushed the army and made it so useless by stealing money and awarding contracts to his own company using a civilian. One Mr. Kabiru Salau, he has made a billionaire. Buratai was so unprofessional that he was just spoiling army standards and killing capacity. Those of you soldiers and officers, you know your colleagues who are considered special and only serve where they want. Nigeria will not survive like this. Action is coming, the group said. It asks soldiers at the front to stop fighting if their colleagues in air-conditioned offices cannot be part of it. Those few of you enjoying with your generals, be ready to face the majority who are considered sacrificial lambs. Imagine some officers will hide, then now they want the highest appointment so that they can finally bury Nigeria. That is why soldiers are dying every day, because the lazy ones that dodge are now policy makers. We will reveal things that no one will be able to defend this country until change comes. The evil is too much. Soldiers who present issues become the bad ones, and also officers who are treated bad can't even speak, or else they frustrate them. It is either you live a free man or die a slave. For the civilians, are you not tired of serving as slaves while the rich continue to empower themselves and family members? This is a warning. After this, there will be volumes providing guidelines for how war can be waged with even the army and the politicians who fail to put the army in check. If you cannot carry everyone along in the army, let everybody return to their states and form a state's army, since some soldiers and officers are already in their places serving. These problems have been lingering for long and it is becoming the unfortunate norm. If you like, do not correct the problems, go and be looking for sacrificial lambs. Nigeria Army, it will surprise you when you start seeing action, because many are affected. We are all Nigerians. To buy good weapons is a problem. It added, some of you agitators have a good cause, but you don't know how to go about it. Nowhere in Nigeria is impenetrated or indestructible. Wait for the exposures. Let this country that eats up so there can be a restoration of values and prosperity. Nigerians, Some of you are agitating and you have a just cause, but you are not hitting the areas that will make this country sit up. Know that most Nigerians are being marginalized and must rise up and challenge these monsters. Yes, challenge them. Look at Niger Delta. A few fat selfish people just carry beers and come to the press to political as political mouthpiece. Why they rule and enslave their people, why owning billions in money and assets all over Nigeria. Tompolos was warned by the government but has been given over 4 billion naira monthly contracts to secure oil facilities. Who is Tompolo and how many is he that if the fate of a whole country will be put in the hands of a selfish person who, with no interest of the masses, just like the army, you will see few benefiting from him coming out to justify it. The ones suffering and being marginalized are the majority, but the few benefiting selfish cowards are the one occupying sensitive offices. Okay, so when there is a legitimate observation of marginalization and injustice, those wicked few benefiting and their accomplices suppress those genuine concerns. Enough is enough. Nigerians, the ones suffering, are over 200 million across every walk of life, or non-working citizens. Come together and conquer this evil, but the army will soon collapse if this continues because the structure is failing already. Partly the later partly red. Hmm. What is happening here? Now where the power don't shift to the south, you people want to talk this rubbish. Why not do it during Buhari, when Buhari did power? Arrest a drug lord first. That is Mr. Tinubu. Whoever know, no go know very soon. Those building mountain of corruption, we have no answer to impending revolution. Sudan is a good example. At times, I just try to look at this whole thing that could it be that the army is really writing this because they don't. I don't think they really give warning because something is really somewhere. It's not really adding up. Of course, what is being said is just the reality, but I don't think they will come out and be issuing statement that they wrote the Senate. I'm just kind of skeptical. Mm-mm. This is long overdue. Sanitize Nigeria just like a JJ Rollins. That is the only way to salvage the country because these wicked politicians have started regrouping again to finish the country. It is likely going to happen one day. Since crooks have vowed to destroy Nigeria, by all means, the young military officers are likely are going to bring the desired change Nigerians are yearning for. The agents of incitement find another way to take katakata, to cause katakata. Huh. Having failed in their bid to force military to take over after the successful election adjudged to the free and fair, the enemies of progress looking for another alternative to overthrow the government. Hey, you are lost then. Ordinarily, I wouldn't have wanted this group to bother to write to anyone or group. The whole suffering masses of Nigeria are aware of all you have complained about as the truth and nothing but the truth. Anybody can be group fake news. If there are such people in the military, they will not even be writing to endanger themselves. They will either be a coup or sudden revolt, not later. Of course, that is why I said, you see, if I say it gets as a bill.